Merry Meet, Annie here. In the season of the Dedicant, we have been exploring the dark moon in January as one which asks us to consider what is within and how we might bring that out and into the world. Specifically, we will be making promises to ourselves that are part of that exploration at our invoke rite. The goddess speaks to us in her charge. If that which you seek, you do not first find it within, you will not find it without. How much consideration do we give to that guidance on a regular basis? So much can rise from that. And it's a matter of intention, it's not a matter of chance. If you sit in the darkness at this dark moon, or at any moment of stillness in life, the influence of the dark moon is not limited to a particular time of the month. All of her phases truly are available all the time. You might consider the practice of sitting with yourself. Some of us actually envision ourselves sitting across from ourselves in this practice. And then there's a conversation. Through the variant possibilities of the dark moon, we might ask ourselves a couple of questions. Is the life I'm living the life I want to live? And am I content with the direction my life is taking? We can ask ourselves some pretty tough questions, don't you think? One of my mentors encouraged us to ask these questions of ourselves, and he guided us to look into our own eyes as part of that, to truly sense that we were avoiding the questions and kind of looking away. Maybe that sounds a bit goofy, but I've used my witch's mirror when asking myself these questions. And I can tell by my reflection if I'm honestly considering the questions or deflecting them. Seems there are benefits to coming face to face with ourselves, addressing the man or the woman in the mirror. The dark moon is a time to ask questions, and in relation to the questions that I've just posed, is the life I'm living the life I want to live, and am I content with the direction my life is taking? She will challenge us with a question in response. If not, why not? Quite the challenge, don't you think? The thing about sitting in the dark of the moon is our thoughts echo and magnify. It's a nurturing place. It's a place of expansion, the place of all beginnings, and one of the freedoms it offers is that it's not a place of doing. It's a place of being, and at its most pure, it's a place of being in order to genuinely and deeply feel. We could say it's a place of naked reality or naked truth, the ultimate experience of who we are. How often in life do we get to be without that evolving a long list of things we then have to do? There really is a blessing in the place of just being, even if it's a challenging place to be. Being in the presence of the dark moon is one of the most sacred experiences our lunar wheel brings us. To hear our own thoughts, undisturbed, to feel them magnified, to be witness to them, to be witness to ourselves. It can be a joyful experience, and it can be an agonizing one, I'm not going to lie. And then something starts to happen. For the dark moon is an instant, and sometimes even in the midst of our experiencing it, it evolves into the new moon, and the slightest hint of the illumination to come enters our inward space. There is at first only the slightest call to movement, the slightest sense that everything, every thought and feeling we are experiencing wants to become something. We don't see the light, not in that first experience of the new moon, but we feel its pull, the outward pull. We feel its possibility. and we re-engage with the response to the questions that we asked. Is the life I'm living the life I want to live, and am I content with the direction my life is taking, with the challenge that came back from the dark moon? If not, well, why not? In that moment, we consider it's not about some grand response or dramatic next step, although sometimes it can be. It's simply a matter of realizing that there are sparks within the blessed dark, each a possibility, each a bit of potential, as yet unrealized. The turning of the lunar wheel will ask us to do something about that, but now, in our time of being within, we need only consider. What of my possibilities would I choose to manifest? We dream in this dark time of what might be, and in the increasing light of the moon, we will consider and take action in its appropriate time. Our reply to the dark moon's challenge of, if not, why not, might be, upon consideration and the honesty of truly looking ourselves in the eyes, it will be, because I will declare it to be. I have guidance from myself in these moments of illumination in the darkness within the dark moon's orb. The words from Rumi. Let yourself be silently drawn by the strong pull of what you truly love. And I have one more thing to share. It's a poem by David Carsey that I found on his website, so wonderfully named in a dark moon kind of way. Perfect, brilliant stillness. And that's the website, perfectbrilliantstillness.org. It's a lovely, lovely website. His poem is entitled Look Within. Look within, look within. Unimaginable, perfect beauty in the still, silent heart. The one perfect, blazing, radiant jewel, all that is you, what you are, true self. Look and see in the brilliance, nothing to do to know this. When the mind is still, when the mind is not other than the heart, still, silent, radiant heart. Look within. Don't miss this. Don't live a life not seeing, not knowing this ultimate, blinding beauty. Look and be. Do not think. Look within. You will know who you are. And then comes the dark moon. And we dare to look within and know who we are. I offer that challenge to you, my friends. At this beautiful night of the dark moon, I wish you all mirth and reverence, a merry part